Hey, General, what's the plan? Well, Captain, there's only one thing we can do. Hey, General, what's the plan? Well, let me tell you, Captain, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep them lay low and see if we can infiltrate their nuclear base. They're hiding around out in a corner somewhere around out in this place. So we're currently in Nazi war Germany. We're out here looking to see if we can destroy the funny man's mustache, his little nuclear base with all the nukes he's hidden inside the base. So that's the plan, right, Captain? That is the plan. We're gonna move forward and we're going to attack them head on. We're gonna attack them out and destroy their base. Well, what's the plan, Captain? We have to move forward and not cause any ruckus.
Let's investigate.
Let's investigate. Yeah, that's good. Hold on, let me get used to these. I just thought of these guys earlier. Where the hell?
Down. Go, go, go.
Where? Hold on. I gotta. Oh. Huh. Can't do nothing. So technically I'm stuck down here.
Better find out what that was. Just outside the building.
Just outside the building. Now listen here. This is the captain. We're gonna figure out how to get inside war Germany. We're gonna figure out how to get in and stop their nuclear base from causing any production of nukes. We got to take them out stealthily. Well, what are you gonna do about that one, Captain? It's all about sneaking into the base, my friend. You gotta learn how to be stealthy and be able to maneuver your way through the war and not be blown up. Well, that sounds like a good observation there, Captain. Well, don't worry about that one. As the General, I'm taking control of this and we're gonna make it work. Well, how do we get out of this area? We fell in a hole that we're not supposed to be in. Well, that's the thing, my dear boy. That is the thing. Well, how do we get out of here? Easier said than done, dear boy. I don't think there's a way out of here by the looks of it. Unless that door has a secret way. We'll check that door. There doesn't seem to be a way out of this place. There does not seem to be a way out of here. I'll have to figure out trying to figure this captain in this. Like this was just an idea I had, and I wanted to play around for a little bit, but still had a. Well, I'm stuck. I shouldn't have fell in the hole. Wait. Hold on. Huh. There doesn't. There. There doesn't seem to be a way out of here, Captain. We seem to be stuck. There must be a way out. We have to find a way out of this place. Hitler has made these secret bases loud. Those are some of his minions.
You think you're such hot shit? We can handle whoever's out there.
I'm so stuck in this map.
Didn't find a thing. I'm so tired.
That didn't work. I nearly killed myself. Uh-oh. That nearly blew me up. Well, what are you trying to do that for, Captain? I'm stuck in this stupid map. Jesus.
Bounty hunt.
Alright, so... yeah, we go down that hole. Wait, so we fell down that hole. Hold on. Then, okay, then what's the purpose of falling into the hole?
Over there.
Then what? Maybe the door? Hold on. Remote explosive. Okay, so we picked that up.
Right
Well then.
You can't win. I'm with you.
Aha! What a figure. We found the way, Captain. We're moving forward. Making it easier said than done.
Get out there and start searching. Let's go.
Oh God, I'm not ready for this. I was not prepared. I didn't figure. I farted. Damn, Jenny, you farted. I gotta hold off. Okay, hold off. I did not come prepared. I don't even know who's watching and I didn't come prepared. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't come prepared for this. Oh my God, I didn't come prepared. I feel like somebody just shared my live and I don't even know who. Oh, man. I didn't come prepared for this. Shit. I didn't come prepared. Oh. How am I gonna make this work? So, I was in the bathroom socializing with myself and I had this idea. I was like, let's introduce a captain and let's introduce a general. Well, they're both operated to be working and fighting against nuclear battles. Hey, they're meant to destroy all nuclear bases. We're gonna take them out, Captain! Move up forward and nuke them out, man. Take them out. I gotta figure out how to make this voice work, because it's... Blast for infidels! General, they're being assaulted to us! Don't let them overestimate our size, Captain.
I'm gonna go save that idiot. You were ready for it, Red. I'll be a sandwich. Let's move. Let's dance, baby.
Hold on. This is... There. Captain, we found Adolf Hitler. He's hiding off into the corner over there. Be prepared for a war. The maker of the nukes are up there. We need to take him out. Well, it's easier said than done, Captain. We have to move forward and not get shot at. He's camping up on top of that ledge. And able to make your prize sights move, you have to be stealthy. Stay low and try not to be exposed.
Keep running scared, like the weak.
He's trying to take you out. You better lay low. It's best that we don't get shot up out here, Captain. He has enough sight on that gun. He's just as good as Miller. He's just as good as Tommy Miller. That's the one thing, Captain. We gotta move forward. Well, don't worry about that one. Just kill him on sight. We killed him. We need to move forward. We gotta keep pushing forward. We're in an all-out war with these guys. They've been causing much havoc into the base. Much havoc is unexpected, though, we've been calling for. A havocal war that nobody's expected, though. There are the reasons why there's nukes. There are the reason why North Korea disintegrated itself. Germany and North Korea got into war. It's a war that nobody expected to happen. Well, it just happened unexpectedly. It's a war that nobody thought they'd see coming. Well, how do we fight the war? Easier said than done, Captain. Fighting this war is no easy task, Captain. Well, how do we move forward without getting blown up? Well, easier said than done. We have to continue to search the area and look forward to where we're going. The next destination is where we're heading out to war. I hear there's a Russian spy that's on the course somewhere. Hopefully we'll find him very soon and we can get out of this area without getting blown up again. Or any more nuclear reactors. C4. Well, by the indication of this battle, there's something up here. We have to find a way through this place. Finding a way is not going to be easy. But there's a lot of ways. How do we expect to get through this war, General? Getting through the war is easier said than done, son. We gotta find a way to get through the battlefield without getting blown up and strategize and move up. 'Cause this sandbox ain't big enough for so many of us. Well, that's the thing. We're in a scavenger fight. We're fighting the Koreans and the Germans. America was dragged into the war because of Germany being attacked, which calls for Article 5, which declared a war on NATO declares a war on all. And they brought it. Now this is why we're in this predicament. Well, how do we move forward without getting blown up, though? I'm telling you, you have to be very precise in what you're gonna do, son. Well, Captain, I've been out on these battlefields for 20 years. After serving my time in Iraq and Afghanistan. Now we're out here fighting these infidels. The infidels are the problem that have been causing us many issues, especially these terrorists. But for us to get through here, we have to find a way to get through the war. But Captain, how is the war possible? Asking me that question is like asking yourself, how do you get across a field? Trust me. Easier said than done. Well, then how do we get through this? It just takes time, son. Just takes time. But finding a way through the battlefield is a complicated thing. And a very difficult source. As a man that has served and fought in all the wars, I'm gonna teach you what I can teach you, Captain. But General, we have to learn what we gotta have. What's the war strategy? How are we gonna fight all these monsters out in these battlefields? Stealth, my friend. Stealth. But what if it's just 1 versus 100? Well, that's when you set up a trap. And you corner them like weasels. But what's the plan? Well, there's always a plan. But unable to figure out where the plan takes you, it's just like the mounted war. A mounted war? Well, how do we get involved in such wars? It's by battling North Korea, Captain. My General, we don't want to get no more wars. Well, in this war, nobody wins. You have to find a way out and fight for yourself. But I don't want to die. Well, some places are always going to take you to places that you didn't figure you had to go. But Captain, I'm General, you idiot. Alright, well, General, what's the plan then? Well, first, you just grabbed a C4. You're gonna want to use C4 on that thing you come across. So, we're moving forward as part of the plan. So that's what we're gonna do? We're gonna move forward and try not to get blown up again? Can you stop focusing on the chaos and wanting to blow yourself up? You're supposed to be keeping your eyes on the objective and try not to do anything haste. This is a huge map. You're running circles right now. But I know I'm running circles. You were like a man with his arm chopped off. You gotta figure out which way to go. I know the pain hurts, but you gotta really focus your inner self in this war. But this is war! I understand that. But every war has their battle. And for you to find what you gotta find is not easy. It is like being lost in the jungles of Nam. But Captain, we gotta move forward. I told you not to call me Captain, it's General, you nummy. See what happens when I tell you not to blow yourself up? They're gonna be trying to look for us and suppress fire. Stay low and keep yourself out of their sight. Or they're gonna be looking for you. They're gonna be looking closely for you. They're gonna be looking really close for me. That's the thing, they're gonna be looking close for you. They've got you on their radar. Yeah, they've got you scouted out now. Well, now that you got caught in the open, now they're gonna be trying to fire at you at all costs. Well, how do we get through this without getting shot so much? Recover your position and find a new location to hang low for a bit. Furry bearded Canadian. Furry little bearded Canadians in the sight. They're trying to infiltrate the base. Well, the best thing to do for me is to stay low. Sometimes it's better to stay low when you're in the midst of war. The war is never good when you're being in suppressive fire. They're going to be wanting to try to take you out one by one. You're going to want to take these guys out one by one. Unlike you, you're just a lone man, so you ain't got an army to worry about being taken out by one. You're going to want to take out that sniper up in that building. But that's the thing, you're in a tough fight at this very moment. This is an old abandoned airfield that got turned into a war zone and built on for habitable population years ago. Inhabitable. They're going to be talking all sorts of trash about me. You're going to want to stay low. These little furry Canadians are hiding around everywhere. We got to stay down low. The war does not keep going down unless you don't suppress the fire. Well, how do we stay low and not get shot at? You have to keep yourself low and try not to get blown up or shot. Leaving yourself open like that leaves you vulnerable and open in the sight of view of being shot by many gunmen. Well, how do we move forward then? Right now, the best thing you're going to want to do is take them one at a time. Well, what's the plan? As I just said, numbskull, move forward one at a time. All right then, let's get it, General. Try not to leave yourself open in the plain sight of view. They're moving forward on us. Furry little Canadians are causing a burning havoc. How do we move forward, General? We have to stay low and try not to get blown up. Stay low and try not to get yourself blown up by these guys. You caused a forest fire by blowing up one of their gas tanks on their flamethrower. Now they got secret marks hunters out here. They got secret marksman hunters out here. They're trying to suppress your fire and keep you down and under cover. You're gonna want to fight these guys head on. But Captain, these guys are heavily fighting on me big time. How do we switch positions so well?
That's because I'm in one area, you're in the other.
Well, I gotta stay alone and fight these guys. Hey, they're suppressing fire on me, Captain.
Stay low and keep fighting. Don't let them give in on you. Keep them well down. You gotta win this war. You don't want the North Koreans to get that nuke. You gotta infiltrate this whole area and keep these Koreans down. You don't want them getting their hands on that nuclear bomb.
This place was heavily nuked back in the day. Yeah, later on, you basically are telling me the history.
I'll just tell it for the audience. In about 30 years after the explosion that happened in this place, people started siphoning up the supplies and surviving out here and started making a living. That sounds like a dam. Yeah, it is. Grenade launcher guy. I'll take him out, Captain. Don't worry.
Watch yourself, General. Don't get blown up. I gotta push forward. They're suppressing fire. They're trying to suppress the fire and keep me down. They're keeping things all out of the line here.
We gotta move forward, Captain.
They're calling us war pigs. They're firing heavy on me. I have to retreat for a moment.
Find a spot and lay low for a bit then.
But Captain, what do I gotta do? They got a sniper suppressing fire on me, and I'm pinned down.
Air supply will be en route. Just stay alert. We got fighter jets on the way, with an enemy airstrike coming in on a sniper.
Copy that. This war has gotten very intense.
After all that happened 30 years, the Koreans were making a huge way in this place. They were making it habitable for them to live.
They're inhabiting this place, aren't they? They're making this place very hard for me.
Stay low, stay low, stay low. You don't want to get shot, Captain. Hello, Tommy, I see you. I just now see your messages.
You gotta suppress the fire. It looks like I've got to get in closer fire with a shotgun.
Suppressing their fire is not going to be easy, Captain.
I'm being heavy fired! Heavy fire! I gotta get down! Suppressive fire! Suppressive fire! Suppressive fire! I'm being hit! I'm hit! I gotta lay down low!
Take cover, Captain! Help is on the way! Help is on the way! Enemy airstrike incoming!
They got me surrounded! They've got me suppressed in a corner over here. Stay low, Captain, stay low. They're firing off! They're firing off enemy UAVs!
Unidentified object coming in your route. ETA, 10 minutes. Copy that.
No surrender? There's a war coming! I gotta press fire on this guy! He's dead! I'm being heavily attacked! The war has not eased up on me! They just keep bringing in more enemies.
More suppressive fire is coming in your way. Stay low, Captain. Enemy UAV inbound.
Suppressive fire! Suppressive fire! Koreans are hiding in buildings!
It's a war on its own. You gotta be low and try not to get self blown up out here.
You gotta be more stealth on that one, right?
You're making dud mistakes.
He keeps calling in for more Koreans. They keep infiltrating the battlefield.
It's a war that cannot be won if you do not keep killing these guards. They keep calling them in. It's an endless fight. More guards have showed up for the fight. You better be ready for an ultimate war. This is an all-out war, son.
Well, what am I gonna do, Captain? They're gonna try to kill me.
Best thing to do is just to keep fighting. Don't let them push up on you.
Enemies are found! Enemies are found! Enemy has killed me! Mission failed! We'll get him again next time.
Let's get back to some more. Let's get back to some nuclear stuff. Let's get to some more war stuff. Welcome in, everybody. We got 3 people watching. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? More Far Cry. I missed this a lot. So I'm introducing you to 2 new characters. We got the General and then we got the Captain. General is an older man from his war experience, and Captain is this young rookie coming in, but he's training beside General. So General's that guy that talks to him in the background, and Captain is the man that's on the battlefield at the moment. General will be on the battlefield from times, but it's kind of more of like an above eye. He's got a drone up in the air to watch over Captain, so whenever Captain gets in a tough spot, he calls in for enemy. He calls in for fighter jets. Or calls in for enemy UAVs to help out in any bit of the fight. Man, what a name. What a freaking name. Hope everybody's having a good 4th of July weekend. Silly Daily is here, everybody. Tommy, I hope you're well. Thank you for coming in. Was not ignoring. I was just in character. General is going to be showing up here in just a few minutes.
It's good to see you, son.
Who knows what kind of replacement parts are around?
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. Alright. Alright, General Captain. Let's go for it, buddy. Best of luck. Go make that money. Take care of your family. Let's do this.
General, we've landed in a new place.
Well, by the looks of this place, we're gonna have to be prepared for an ultimate all-out war. This place was also hit by the Koreans before Germany nuked. Before Germany nuked Switzerland.
Well, that was an attack of a NATO member.
Maybe so. But this place is heavily guarded.
Well, what are we gonna do, Captain?
To fight these guys is not going to be easy, I'm telling you.
Well, how are we gonna get involved in these fights and not have to worry about getting blown up?
I think we've just found your alteration. Get ready for war.
Oh, yeah, Captain. We're going to war! Look out, boys! America coming through! We're fighting these Koreans! America's in the building, motherfuckers! They've called in for reinforcements! Hold on! We'll make this work!
Try not to get yourself blown up, though. Your truck is under heavy suppressed fire.
Well, what are we gonna do?
Try not to get blown up again.
I'm gonna move up! I'm moving up! I'm moving up, General!
Don't be an idiot, Captain.
I'm moving up! I gotta move up! This big truck is gonna be getting us through this war!
I'm surprised such technology still existed, even after all the times it blown up by the Koreans.
Don't be doubtful, Captain. This is an all-out engagement war. Oh, these guys just trying to blow my truck up. I'm suppressing heavy explosive damage. You're gonna blow yourself up!
I can maintain it, it's fine.
You're driving like a madman, Captain! As General will be telling me.
You gotta stay focused, don't try to do anything stupid.
Well, it's too late, Captain. I'm on the move.
Stop calling me Captain, you moron.
I know what I'm doing, General! My truck is taking heavy fire! There seems to be a lot of men on the battlefield! I'm even surprised that such technology like this still exists. They want an all-out war! I'm surprised my truck is... My truck! You ruined my truck! You ruined my truck!
Looks like you'll have to find another way to infiltrate and destroy these guys. Hey, look, you picked up a big gun earlier. Maybe that'll be your resource.
Well, try not to get caught in the middle of reloading when trying to be set on fire.
That's a good idea, but try not to get blown up, shall you?
Making smart decisions is one of the choices.
But how do you not get yourself blown up is beyond me.
Oh, come on, Captain. It's a good idea.
Stop calling me Captain, it's General, you doofus.
Oh, come on, General. It's all funny in games around here. There's a plane. They're trying to blow each other up. They're down, Captain. They're trying to set you on fire is what they're trying to do.
That's exactly what they be doing. You idiot. Don't be such a numbbrain. A numbskull.
You bearded Canadians! Eat this! How about you have this instead? You weirdos! They keep showing up on me and trying to kill me.
You're running out of big gun power. I got help on the way. Hold on. Hold on, Captain. Help is on the way.
You can't call in enemy airstrikes right now, General! I gotta fight this war! They're pushing in heavy on me! Knocking them out, knocking them down as I go!
Stay and keep suppressing the fire. Don't let them win this war. There's heavy men up from above. Suppressing your fire is gonna really make a difference.
I'm about out of ammo, Captain!
General's on his own. I need some backup. I need backup. It's on the way.
I just got some ammo! Let's play, boys! They're shooting heavy, but they can't make shots! I ran out of ammo!
Well, that's not good, is it?
How am I supposed to fight these guys? Wait a minute! It's an all-out war! These enemies have me pinned down! Captain, I need reinforcements! I'm being heavily attacked! I'm taking heavy fire from all these heavy gunmen! I'm taking heavy fire, Captain!
Reinforcements is on the way.
I'm taking heavy suppressive fire! There's too many! I have no ammo!
Well, that just happens to be the cause of reason. You need to call for backup.
Help is on the way, I hope!
Captain is taking heavy fire. We need reinforcements. I repeat, we need reinforcements.
General, calling for an enemy airstrike! They're too guarded with big guns!
Help will be on the way. Maybe there's a chance you can hide out that copter. Hijack that copter ain't easy.
You're suppressing heavy fire on me, Captain!
Help is on the way. They're taking out one of your friendlies.
I could use a little help here. Enemy down! Enemy is down!
Well, how do we move through this?
Easier said than done.
I'm not ignoring guys, character, sorry. I'm inner focused right now.
General! General! They've cut off the line of communication. I have to figure this out on my own. Wait, there's a guy down there. Wonder if I can take his gun. That'll be just fine. I'm gonna Jesse James this. Heavy suppressive fire! They're pushing up on me! Maintain the fight, Captain. They're suppressing the fire! How do we overdo the heavy damage of these enemies, Captain? You just had to fight them. This is an all-out war. We gotta fight these enemies bare-fisted. I'm glad I got some heavy armor cavalry. Thanks to the future. General! Communication was cut off for a minute there, but good.
Gotta stay focused on the general there.
We gotta stay heavy on the fight! These guys are insane! The insanity is beyond me!
You gotta stay and keep the fighting going.
These guys are heavy! They're superior and powerful! It looks like you've got issues, boys!
Advancing on their position!
I'm gonna make you pay for every shot you used on me! You're dead.
Victory.
Well done, Captain. Mission accomplished. Ah, nice. Ah. To get these characters, they're gonna sound too similar to other characters I gotta really figure out how to make this work.
Bounty hunt.
General, this is Captain calling in. I've just found my way onto the enemy ship, and it's heavily guarded. It's heavily guarded.
Best thing to do is stay low and keep fighting the enemy. They look to be very occupied doing other things.
Goddamn! Roger!
You want to stay low is what I gotta do, right?
Might as well stay low because you don't want them to know that you're here. I mean, they may know their guys are freaking out, wondering what the hell's going on, but you want to keep the fire down and suppress it. Keep your fire suppressed, stay low, don't be seen. If you could stay on the stealth mission.
Form a grid. Eyes open. Guns ready. Close to the building. Your permit, girl. Plain and simple.
Don't let them know that.
Get away from me!
Oh, they wouldn't have heard that one.
Now you just alerted them. Now they're paranoid. Somebody's on the ship. Stay low.
Hey, don't try.
They're going to be very busy working.
So hard to stay focused on so many different voices, but I'm kind of giving you guys a little bit of a test of what all I can do with these voices at the moment until I can figure out how to cope with it. We gotta suppress the fire, Captain. They called you a cow.
I know they're calling me a cow. I'm on the end with the General.
Who are you?
Charlie Bennett here. Currently infiltrating in war resistance. Just a friendly face from another timeline.
How did you manage to get here?
Don't worry about it, Captain. Job is job. Gotta make money. Help stop these Koreans and preventing Switzerland from being nuked. Gotta save the world. This current ship you're on right now has a current nuclear development weapon enhancements on the ship. You're gonna want to take it out.
Copy that.
As he was just saying, you want to stay on top of it though. You don't want them to get loose.
Damn, it's gonna be hard. This is the captain. Looks like General has been, line has been cut again. Looks like it's up to me to maintain. There's a rat on the ship! I just shot the rat! There's a rat on the ship. Talk about infestation. Ow, my shrapnel in my shoulder. That hurt. War is all upon us! They're right near the building now.
I gotta, like I said, it's all a work in progress. The characters, new idea. Take time. Kermit will be back soon. He's been around a few times. I do have ideas though. Just gives my controller and headphones a bit of charge at time.
These guys are really heavily guarding the ship. They're making some sort of bomb. General, you getting in all this information?
I'm getting it just fine. General is not here at the moment.
Rats! Stupid rats!
Energy's kind of low. Damn phone's going off.
We're going into a full-out war. We've got an all-out war going on down in here, Captain.
There's 2 more men you gotta kill. General's currently busy. Whew. Trying to get that energy I need. Up top, I see. Up in that building. Here's the thing, Captain. You gotta move up and stay forward on the battle.
Will do, General.
You need to head up to the upper deck. There's a heavy group of guys guarding that position.
Will do, Captain.
I lost the target. Little help here. This man. What? You stop!
They're going to be hiding up high in this place.
You're gonna want to head up top of that upper barrier, up in the barracks of the ship. Head up to the starboard position. Figuring out how to get to that guy ain't gonna be easy. They're up in a higher plate of the ship. They're in a higher position of the ship. And they're gonna be up there. Hanging very low, Captain.
World you're about to leave behind, girl. Everyone!
There's one guy left, but figuring out how to get to him ain't easy, Captain. Perhaps. Hold on. Who was that you passed? There appears to be some sort of secret hatch. Some sort of secret hatch up in the room. You need to make your move up to the top and try not to get blown up, shall you?
Copy that, Captain.
That's a work in progress character. I'd figure out these characters. Still, it's a work in progress.
That was a threat I sensed. I'm in danger. I'm inside it.
I'll find you.
Head up that stairwell. There seems to be something up there. For you. Stay on it. Don't get too cocky. You should be in the right position.
General, we just pulled a whole circle. Are you sure this is the right way to go?
On the contrary, my dear boy.
I don't know about that. Are you sure?
Making shots and making moves is one of the easiest jobs in the game.
I don't think you know where you're going, Captain.
Maybe I don't.
Looks like I'll have to climb my way up here if I'm going to be able to hit that guy from a far distance.
Well, he's up higher than you expect, isn't he?
Yeah, he's up high. How do I get up there?
Good idea. Splonk! Skablonka fell in the water. Captain, what are you doing? Head back up. These currents in this ocean are too strong. You can't be swimming out here. This thing will sink you away.
No one's gonna get away from me.
You gotta find a way to get up on that top.
Hide, girl.
That worked. You were precise on that shot.
Making every shot count matters, Captain.
Smart going. Get out of here. There appears to be a lot of tannerite on this ship. Apparently the Koreans were up to making some more bombs. Good work.
Victory.
And that will conclude my fun.
That will conclude on this for now, until we figure out how to make these characters actually kick ass and be funny. But in the meantime, I'll catch you guys in the next one, and thank you for watching. Dilly out.